Let's talk it. We back, baby. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. You see it. Therapeutic use exemption. You say you don't got a shoulder injury, right? But if I'm not mistaken, December of 2024, right? Because remember, August of 2024, Oscar De La Hoya in Turkey, this when the Bowichuk and Virgil fight happened. Turkey said if Virgil win this fight, what happened? Virgil and Bud will fight. Then all of a sudden, December came around, and Bud Crawford, remember, Turkey went on what show? Remember, it was a ring interview, a DAZN ring interview, right? A ring interview. And what was the guy's name? Aurel and AD, whatever their name is. I don't want to butcher y'all name all up. My apologies, my brothers. But Aurel and the AD show, Turkey went on there. Just the same time Turkey said that Boots won the tune-ups. Remember that? We all remember that, which was a dictator. But Turkey went on here and told the world that Bud Crawford had an injury and he's getting the surgery on his shoulder. Now, people come out and ask Bud about this injury. Now the lies come. But the key thing about the lie is the therapeutic exemption use. The therapeutic use exemption. Why you need that shot for a mega fight like this? Remember, we seen this with the Floyd and Pacquiao situation, right? And if you're a Floyd Mayweather fan, you watch the fighter that you like. You watch him be blown up. Nothing fazed him. But when Pacquiao wanted the shot, y'all said Floyd and them, his team said it was too late. But like I say, I'm here to cook. I'm here to give up facts. It's all facts, no opinions. Listen, we busting the day, baby. We busting the day. I don't know what y'all people talking about. I'm gonna turn this into air room. We busting the day, baby. And I'm gonna finish it off what I started it off with. And I'm gonna show you that it's real. This is real analyst. I got my paperwork there. I got my paperwork, baby. I got my notes. I brought my notes. And we're going to start off with the Canelo Bud grand arrival yesterday. Show you that people really out here that really do this stuff. You know, me personally, I don't care about either fighter. You know, I love the sport of boxing. But this is the fight we never asked for. We all asked for the Canelo Benavidez. We all asked for Bud, Boots, Bud, Virgil, Bud, Charlo. You know, and those three fights right there, for Bud making this fight, if he's really making 100, probably would. The Charlo fight, probably he would have made 75 million. At least with those three fights, he would have made more than what he's making now. And that's a fact. But the reason we seeing this on Netflix, because you got to remember, it takes two pay-per-view stars to sell a big fight. It takes two big stars to sell a pay-per-view fight. And another thing, you think, man, listen, shout out to the guy on Instagram, Mr. Suspicious. I went on there looking for some other things, you know, about this. Like say that you got to do your homework, you got to do your research. So I went back online to find the December interview Turkey did with Aurel and Aid on the Ring magazine, remember? And the Crawford situation ended up popping up. Crawford winning by unanimous decision about the Canelo fight, and the fight ain't even happened. And it stated September 10th. Remember, Turkey stated this. 10 months ago? He made the statement 10 months ago. But I gotta talk about it. I gotta cook. But I'm getting to the grand arrivals. Like, the grand arrivals, the HBO top ranked cash, right? Everybody will keep mentioning Tim Cheatham, Max DeLuca, Steve Weisfeld. You gotta be mindful. They was Bud Crawford judges too. Let me be exact. Remember, they judged Crawford fights too. They got a better report with Top Rank than anybody else. You understand me? But none of y'all talk about the biasness of the commentary y'all have. Top Rank Tim. You got Top Rank Tim. Everybody know Top Rank Tim. You got Top Rank Ward, the HBO special, Top Rank Ward, right? Tara. Max Kellerman. The Kellerman of all Kellermans. We know what he did to your brother, bro. We know what you did to your brother and put that case on that man for entertainment purposes only. We know, broski. We know. If you let you niggas tell it, you do it yourself. Different. Oh, I'm gonna start cooking after 8 minutes. I'm gonna start cooking after 8. But I'm only keeping the tall of what's going on in the sport of boxing. Well, the grand rivals, you've seen the biasness in the commentary. You've seen how Max, you seen how Max did all this. You see all of the moves from Zab, Judah. You see all of the moves, man. All of the moves. You see too many moves. The grand rivals show you how everything is going to go. You see Turkey. You see who Turkey is with. The fight, the fix is in, man. And listen, trust me, man. Don't be surprised, Bud, on PV. And you know it just by the therapeutic use exemption. Why I get that? Victor Conte, a motherfucker, man. And by Bud claiming that there is no injury, shows that Turkey was lying. So that means you ducked the boots in Virgil. So you ducked Virgil just like I said. I'm going to cook on these niggas all the time. All the time I'm going to cook on these niggas. All the time I'm going to cook. I'm going to try to find this show, man. I cook all the time, man. It's all the broski can do. It's all broski can do. It's all nigga can do. But we gonna cook, you know, we here to cook, man. We here to cook. And we gonna cook. And that's what it's about, man. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, it's, I don't know, man. I just, on 8 minutes in, it's time to cook. The 8 minutes is in, it's time to cook. It's in. The 8 ski is in, it's time to motherfucking cook on you niggas. Oh yeah, let's get it. But are you gonna PEDs, broski? I just need to know. But you gotta blame Turkey. We see you with Victor Conte. We see you got this therapeutic use exemption. We see it. Now you watching a lot of corny niggas saying, I'm the best in the game. But if you're the best in the game, you know 10 months ago, Turkey did that interview, broski. You know 6 months ago, Turkey did an interview with Arel and them. The Arel and Age shows, and he stated that Bud Crawford had a minor injury and he getting the surgery. If you getting the surgery, where the marks at? Where the scars, broski? Oh, I get it. That scar that. The PD use, man. That nigga a dope fiend. Bud Crawford a dope fiend, man. He's a dope fiend. But I said, we're going to cook that nigga a little later on. We on to the clankles. The clankles. Shout out to Gervonta Tank Davis. We see Tank sparring heavyweights. You know, the pictures out there. You know, but me personally, that picture old as shit. Everybody looking at old picture of Tank sparring heavyweight. That picture old. But I'm going to kill two birds with one stone with this one. Jake Paul made a comment saying, no, clankles. Bro, that nigga had on Tyson boxing shoes, bro. You can tell you're not a real fighter, you're not a true boxer. Like Jake Paul is the butterbean of boxing of this generation. Jake Paul is the butterbean of this generation. He's the Jake Paul. He's the butterbean of this generation. Jake Paul. Yes, I said it, and I'm standing on everything I said. You know what I mean? I'm standing on everything I said. But Tank getting it in with heavyweights, he always did that. He always put heavyweights down. And that's what thing we got fucked up about us little niggas. We will put you to sleep. He hit harder. The button is right here. All we gotta do is throw a hand maker or a nice overhand and just going out. Why? Because our punches is more compact. You feel me? It's more compact. Shit like a compact 40 couldn't use it. You put it down. We got his ass back. Put it down, nigga. My apologies about some back and forth. I had to say things. Like I said, man, you know, shout out to Tank. I got Tank. I can take Paul out. What, November? Like putting to sleep. You know what I mean? We're gonna get it. You know, we're gonna get it. Man. Stop yanking, bro. Yeah, this all studio equipment and shit, you know. Where am I? I'll be free off this shit soon. I will be a free man. Hey, shout out to Oskino Vasquez, state property legend. Dropping that on Instagram. Thank you, big dog. I needed that. Get it off this shit. Yeah. But I would like to talk about Richardson Hitchens, right? Shout out to the Danzig Project. You know, they do a lot of. I guess they based out of Florida. They interview everybody. Great podcast. You know, wonderful, great podcast. Shout out to Danzig and all of them. Richardson Hitchens going there and states, "What is the legacy fight for her?" Well, I'm gonna sit here and tell you, because I'm older than you, Hitchison, everything you said, you's a fucking duck. Matiste and Gary Antoine Russell are champions. They are big fights, because we just watch what happens. See, the fight you want, a big fight you want, the people you asking for ain't none of them pay-per-view stars, so they're not gonna sell a pay-per-view. Daz will, but TLD, you mentioned Mario Barrios. Barrios ass. Nobody don't want to see you fight Barrios. Y'all pick Barrios because he's easy money. Barrios is the Cambosis of 147. Well, let y'all tell it. Y'all looking for a name. That's not a big name. Sabril Matiste is a bigger name than everybody. Why? Because we seen what he did in the ring. For entertainment purposes only, we all know what happened to that person in the ring. Rest in peace to that person's family. We send our condolences. But we seen what he do in the ring. And we seen him crush you. And what I mean, he confronted you, he crushed you and everything. The clip is out there, I even put it in my shorts. Y'all have history, so that makes it a big fight. Pay-per-view wise, it can happen, but how y'all want us to pay for a pay-per-view and we already paying for a streaming platform? It makes no sense. You dig me? When you let you niggas tell it, it'll be a different story. Me, the person that created pay-per-view, I would still have pay-per-view, but as an ad, right? And that pay-per-view app shit, I need 10% of this. Whoever's still my ID, I need 10% of this. It should be called a pay-per-view ad. And anybody, even Fire Stick, anybody trying to stream it, you zap they shit. Y'all the government, man. You got to put satellites and cables under the ocean. You got to put satellites in the air, cables under the ocean. So what you do is zap that shit. And when you zap it, that's a $300 fine. Now you like, bro, you go to cake up. So now you got the pay-per-view buys, right? And plus, you get the 300 off every zap for everybody that's trying to steal the pay-per-view and stream the pay-per-view illegally. You zap that shit. Now the fighters get the percentages off that on the back end. Pay-per-view is saved, nigga. I need a percentage. I only need 5%, nigga. You give me 3%, I'm cool with that. 1%, nigga, I'm cool with that. 1% out of fucking 100 million, I'm cool with that. You feel me? Because it's just me throwing the oop the game. Pay-per-view, you can create an app called a pay-per-view app. The nigga that made $5.4 billion create the pay-per-view app, and if anybody trying to stream your pay-per-view, you just zap their shit. And every zap will be a $300 fine for the copyrights, it'll be a $300 fine for the zap. And the fighters get to eat off that too. Common sense. But Hitcher says, I'm back to you because Batista is a big fight. It's a legacy fight. Antoine Gary Russell, y'all got history. It's a mega fight. To us true boxing fans, it's a big fight. You're looking at Teofimo. See, you look at Devin Haney for the payday. Mario Barrios for the payday because of PBC. But Teofimo, I'm going to keep it tall. I got Teo beaten. Because you get Shakur so much. This is one thing I say about Shakur. Sorry that I'm bouncing off everywhere, but I just got to bounce off this because I'm being Hitchison brain right now. I'm dissecting this motherfucker because I'm going to show that he's a duck. By him saying Subriel Matias and Gary Antoine Russell is not a legacy fight, that's the dumbest shit to say out your mouth. They're champions. Devin is not a champion. They're champions. So how does not a legacy fight? And we seen Batista pressure you. We seen him pressure you, bro. The nigga pressure you and nothing. You do nothing. You do nothing. And you talk about his loss in Puerto Rico. All right, you can see the loss, but was Eddie a snake in a suit at the time? Because remember, only the promotional company was signed with one fight. Liam Paro is Eddie Hearn fighter, so he just came in, collected gold 11. Then, but you see what happened with the Puello situation. It's like they're trying to get them belts out of PBC hands. But when you look at the 154 division, PBC got all the belts. Bachram, a main event fighter, yeah, but main event do business with PBC. Bachram is still under PBC. Main event is still under PBC. Why? Because he won that title, and they're going to make sure that. But yeah, though, then Hitchens talking about the Teofimo, Devin Haney. Then when he mentioned Mario Barrios, it blew my mind. But when he mentioned Brian Norman, the winner out of Devin and Brian, yeah, that makes sense to go up to 147 and have that fight. You know, because I do believe Hitchens is a 147 counter. But me personally, I always said if Brian Norman Jr. was to go to 140, oh my God. That shit is lit. You know? It'll be lit, but he should be moving on up. And them niggas up there at 154, that shit loaded right there. That shit like a ladder. Like 30 in a ladder right now. 154 like 30 in a clip. That shit loaded to the tip. You understand me? We on to the next man. The big fish is back. Yes, it is. The big fish is back. You know, everybody going off. They seen the video on Twitter, Instagram, Twitter, aka X, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you see in the clip. Earl back in the gym doing some pad work. You know, precise jab. You know, you hear it is sharp. Like you see it is sharp. You hear it is still sharp because of the sound. You know how he hitting that shit, it sounded like a shotgun. It sounded like a gunshot. Hey, NY, what up, my broski? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, that therapeutic use exemption bug guy. He got that therapeutic use exemption. Why you get that shot? And he said, and you wasn't here for it earlier, but I was cooking up because, remember, back in 2024, December of 2024, Turkey did an interview with Arel and AD. You know, I remember he did that interview and he stated that, Bud had a slight injury and that he had a minor surgery on his shoulder. So it proves that, hey, bro, you on PEDs, nigga. There's no way you can call it. You on PEDs. Why would you get that? And the reason I stated that because we seen this shit happen with the Floyd and Pacquiao situation, and when Pacquiao was trying to get one because his rotator cuff was fucked up, they never let him get it, but they let Floyd get it. You dig me? Then Floyd jump on the IV after the fight to clean the system. Then he ate all that snack. I see they trying to line Nello up, man. Just by the grand arrivals. Just watching Max Kellerman, like, it's too much top rank biasness over there. Everybody bitching about the judges. But bro, Tim Cheatham, motherfucking Steve Weisfeld, Max DeLuca, they judged the Crawford fights too. They judged a bunch of Crawford fights too. So that's what I'm not understanding. Why y'all people shooting like that? They judged a bunch of Bud fights too. And they got a better motherfucking report with Top Rank because Top Rank was one of the biggest platforms at the time. Shiraz, yeah, especially with Andy Lee. Yeah, he got the right. He put the right people. And another thing I want to mention, right? People bringing up Shiraz, hand wraps. Shiraz hand wraps was made by a hand maker. You know, I'm saying it right now, right? It was made by a hand maker. But yes, it can happen. Yes, me personally, I thought his wraps was loaded. Because the reason I'm saying hand maker, because that's what the fuck they going to say. They was hand maker wraps, which is bullshit. But remember when you heard it first. Yes, I think them bitches was loaded. But him being with Andy Lee, like Lester Martinez, they say he got popped. So, I watched him fight. I ain't seen nothing special, but he punching, but the people he punching, he's supposed to do that to them. And Billy, I like him Billy a lot. I think a lot of people ducked him. Yeah, he beat the dog shit out of Belanga with them loaded ass raps. He beat the dog shit out of him. But with this Buzz situation, like, remember, Turkey did an interview in 2024 on the Arel and Aid show and stated that Bud had an injury, a shoulder injury, and he got a minor surgery. So by that analyst asking that question and he said no, then why you got that therapeutic use exemption for? Why you got that shot? The same shot Floyd got during the Pacquiao fight. What is you hiding, bro? For people that don't know, a therapeutic use exemption is legal. Like, whatever PEDs that's in you, you're allowed to take it. Yo, Snack is a motherfucker, yo. Victor Conte is a motherfucker. You hear me? And why? That nigga Conte, man. Hey, yo, what's up, my G? Damn, my broski. Yo, I'm just saying, though. I just got to put it in the air and just keep that shit tall, man. Like, it ain't, that's the shit we got to question. That's the shit we got to question. So if you ain't got an injury, like, if you ain't got no scars on your shoulders stating that you got a surgery, why you got that? Like, Canelo, you should say the same shit then. Fuck it, nigga. The battle with the motherfucking steroids, nigga, got me fucked up. Yeah, that shit crazy, man. Vic, he damn right, he's an evil scientist, man. That nigga different, man. That nigga different. He too sneaky, man. And he even said, don't trust him. Fuck, I'm like, nigga, if my PO and the judge know me for robbing niggas, shooting niggas, and motherfucking selling drugs, and they keep locking me up for that shit, and they keep labeling me that, which I'm labeled right now. You dig me? Which I'm labeled right now. Like, nigga, I'm always that. Victor Conte is always a motherfucking cheater. Only thing is, he did smart when he sat in that cell is, I'm gonna come home and start my own doping agency. He came home and helped create VADA. Everybody at VADA, his homies. Remember, he helped start VADA. That nigga got them 2 doctors. He got a couple people. He got the other 2-3 people. It was 3 people at the time from the New York State Athletic Commission. I know it was a lady, 2 guys, from the New York State Athletic Commission, then Kimberly Slumbers, and then it was 2 doctors and him. And he got that shit up and running, and all his fighters been cheating. That's why they never pop. But when they go underwater, they always pop dirty, right? That's why he always had beef for who? Water. The World Anti-Doping Agency. Remember, Victor Conti always got beef with them. All you gotta do, go back and check it out. History repeats itself, man. That nigga a cheater. That's why I never trust Bud. Yo, I'm gonna be real. I ain't really got nobody, man. I downloaded FanDuel, man, and ever since I've been betting, I've been losing. So I'm gonna bet on both of them niggas. I'm betting on both of them niggas to knock each other out. So it might be a draw. Yeah, you know what I mean, bro, rat. It might be a draw. Cause I just put the money on Crawford. Then I'm about to put money on Canelo. Cause whoever I pick, I always lose. Ain't that about some shit? So I just started playing the casino joint. I won $40 off that joint. At least I did something. But the M Billy joint, I like. That's a tough fight, man. That's a good fight. Well, I'm gonna keep it real. It ain't. It's good for Lester. Why? Cause it ups his competition. We get to see where he at. But and Billy, we seen the last time he upped his competition. You feel me? And he ain't look so good, you know. But even though he went the distance, but hey, but Lester got popped. Yo, Yo said, all right. You know how the Bud fans was. The Bud fans, Boots beating Canelo up, all this and that. Word was, when Boots first came there, I'm gonna keep it real, cause Yo even said it, like Canelo was too much, but Canelo had Boots emulating Bud from the distance, the jab. He just started having Boots do him. So when Boots just was doing him, it was a rumble. They was getting it in, you know. And that's the first thing I said Canelo should do is fuck trying to emulate Bud. Just have Boots beat him. Cause I'm just saying, I think Boots is an all-around better switch hitter, a better fighter, more slicker, more IQ, more smarter. Why? Because the difference about Bud like to get hit. Bud a brawler. And if you fucking Bud up, like if he gonna come out orthodox, if you fucking him up orthodox, he's gonna automatically go southpaw. Cause that's how, I don't know, us that was born in the 80s, when we grew up, we all was fighting southpaw first. So when we fight southpaw, you know, we master that shit. So when we switch over to orthodox and start fighting lefty, you know, we master it and get good. But if we feel though somebody hit us too much, once we turn southpaw, it's killer mode. We gonna fuck you up. And that's how I think Bud think, because that's how a lot of niggas that's really born in the 80s be thinking. I'm gonna fuck you up, nigga. You know how we lift weights, we be locked up for 5 years, or we go to the gym, we come out, nigga, I'll punch a hole through your motherfucking head. Say something, nigga. That type of shit. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. It's gonna be crazy, man. But the only thing I dislike about this whole situation is how the fuck y'all attacking Canelo resume when he fought the best fighters in their prime. Bud ain't fight nobody. But getting back to that Boots situation, I'm happy that he let Boots beat him, because now he get to see different things. Like, damn, I just seen that through Boots. But that's why I say Boots is a all-around better showman than Bud, because I ain't really never seen Bud outbox nobody. I never seen him slip and roll. I never seen him do nothing. You hit him, he pull his tongue out and start fighting you back. Yeah. Nah, but Boots went out there. Boots was out there for a little bit. He went out there for 2 weeks. He's going back out there. His next camp, he's doing a full camp out there. But Boots called them up, like, yo, I'm gonna come out there and give you some work to prepare you for the fight. You know, and Canelo just stated that shit too. That Boots called him, said, I want to come work with you to prepare you for the fight. And that's some live shit. And to go out there and do that for 2 weeks. And Yo Hernandez said Boots hit hard as shit. He said, yo, boots cracking. Yo said it, boots cracking. Canelo and them said boots cracking. That's why I say that shit not gonna phase. Like Canelo neck so strong, that shit not gonna. That nigga ride horses, man. That nigga a Mexican ninja. That motherfucker is a Mexican ninja, bro, on horses. That nigga a Mexican ninja on horses. That man, they done fucked up. You know? But it's America, baby. You know what I mean? I'm American. I don't know about this shit. You know what I mean? But for a nigga that ain't fight nobody, like the reason I ain't like this Buzz situation is you a Victor Conte, dog. Like why the fuck you a Victor Conte? But sometimes, but like I be telling my son is, depends how you hit the nigga, man. It's all about your punch placement. You can get a nigga in the first round out the way with a body shot. It's all about your punch placement. It's like these fighters nowadays, they just throw punches. You know what I mean? They just throw punches. But when you got a motherfucker that would my son right now, he got on the scale. He was at 158. When my son first started his first Golden Glove fight in the amateurs, he fought at 183. You know, he fought at 183. But he 3-time Golden Glove champ. No, I got the belts downstairs and at my other house. But yeah, he 3-time Golden Glove champ. I learned and I helped him learn during that time. I say, you see how like when he went to Ohio, he got robbed. You know what I mean? This was during the time of the Tank and Frank Martin fight. He came home, my son got robbed. And every gym we went to in Philly too, he got robbed in 3 gyms. And I told him, I said, you see how you got robbed here? Now imagine when you were pro. You can't leave it in the judge's hands. Yeah, Bud can stop Canelo with a body shot. Yeah. But the key thing about that nigga is bust him open Bud, baby. We know since besides the Spence fight, we know from the Jeff Horn all the way to the Dave Abdinasia fight, Bud Crawford gloves kept busting open. We all know that, right? We know that. Bust him open Bud, right? You know what I mean? Hey, anybody, you say hell no? The reason I saying yeah, because that nigga gloves be loaded. He always put tape on skin. Because you seen it in the Earl fight, the beginning of the fight, what's the guy name? Gary, or the nigga that looked like Joe Biden that was over there in PBC. That used to do the interviews. I remember he was in a back with Bud, and he was interviewing Bud before the Spence fight. And Timothy Bradley was like, yo, why Bud wrapping his hands? Why Bo Mac not putting his wraps on? And the way he putting his wraps on, we all know, is illegal. And this Timothy Bradley stating it clear as day. He's putting tape on skin. That's illegal to do. That's why I always say is, bust some open Bud, baby. That nigga on steroids and his gloves loaded. This motherfucker. But that therapeutic use exemption is crazy, y'all. He's legally on steroids in this fight. That's a fact. Look it up. You're going to see the therapeutic use exemption. Why get that? If you ain't got no shoulder injury, no nothing, why get that shot? Victor Conte, evil genius. Yes. But what y'all think about Spence coming back? Do y'all want to see him fight Charlo? Or y'all just want Charlo? Like, Charlo, you still undisputed to me in my eyes. So that IBF go fight Bakram and get that belt back. But yo, that's what I'm saying though. Virgil said the same, but that's what I'm saying. Me personally, I don't know how other people feel, but I think Charlo was a better fighter than Bud. Because he fought better opponents. He fought better competition. You know, we see the losses like, all right, the Tony Harris loss, like, he ain't lose that fight, but we synced it. Now, I mean, the Detroit player had to win. We synced it, but he came back and beat the shit out of Tony Harris. The Brian Costanzo fight, that's the only nigga that can mimic Canelo a little bit was Brian Costanzo, but those 2 fights was major. Those 2 fights, we say, hell no, that's how I feel. I feel though Charlo a better fighter than Bud. Bud ain't fight nobody. Never fought nobody, man. Never, and everybody he fought was injured goods. And then when people creating a narrative that people were scared to fight him, no the fuck they wasn't. He was scared to sign the PBC in 2018. You had the opportunity. Then you got the niggas over there, Nestor and them, talking about they was bullshitting with the Pacquiao fight. No the fuck they wasn't. They robbed Pacquiao and gave Jeff Horn the victory. Remember that Jeff Horn got the victory over Pacquiao, and Bud first fight at welterweight was who? Jeff Horn. I keep telling people top rank. Look at every top ranked fighter for the last 50 years. The first belt they ever won is the WBO. Bud Crawford had a chance in 2018 to sign with PBC and get all of the fights he wanted. But he was so used to guaranteed money, right? Why? Because he was making $5 million, $8 million with top rank. But your first fight with Turkey, with the Madrimov, you get paid $2.5 million. Your first fight with PBC, no, that's wrong. Like with the Sean Porter, he made $8 million, but he still was with top rank. But he did business with PBC. With top rank, you made $8 million, right? But out of that $8 million, every fight with top rank, you made between $4 to $5 million, right? I'm gonna show y'all the proof because I'm gonna post it in my shorts. Come back, right? Come back. You leave there, go over to PBC. You learn about the back end money with PBC, right? When he learned about the back end money, the nigga made 25, 30 million off the Spence fight. Back end money. Biggest paycheck you ever made. Well, who? Al Heyman, not Turkey Al Sheik. Probably this fight because y'all with Netflix, but y'all looking at it as the most viewed fight because it's with Netflix. Remember, pay-per-view is a whole different ballgame, nigga. That shit brick and mortar. You gotta buy. It's the difference. Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, give me a sec. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna look it up right now. This thing. See right here? Y'all see it? Top rank boxing exec. Say top rank boxing exec. Head secret deal with alleged crime boss from ESPN. This February 27th, 2005. This right here, there's a guy named Daniel McKenna. He was a cartel boss and shit. You know what I mean? Man, the pay was like, I think like for $10, it was like I think you get like $60 or $90. So I'm betting a knockout on both sides. I hope it be a draw. But yeah, and why you see it? You see a drug kingpin. This was March 5th, 2025. Lawsuit. Accused Todd DeBuff of hitting arrangements from ESPN. That's the joint with the Earl Spence and Bud fight, him being on steroids. The Deontay Wilder fight. Remember, Deontay Wilder won $70 million because of this. Because of Tyson Fury had that shit in his glove. Remember, Deontay Wilder won $70 million in that lawsuit. They was trying to give him his O back, but he said no, he's going to take the loss. Just keep the loss on his record because he's a warrior. He ain't do no Devin Haney shit. He just took the money. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's all facts, no opinions over here, baby. Like, yeah. Like, I ain't going. You see that shit? see it all through the head. You see it. Like, yeah, man. But you let other people tell it, they gonna tell you something different. I mean, not me. I gotta show my people the truth. I gotta tell my people the truth. I gotta tell my people the truth. Why lie? You dig? Why lie? Yeah, that's fact. Hey, yo, that's facts. Yeah, but listen, that's why I said, right? Ever since Bud been at welterweight, Victor Conte really been with him. He been a snack fighter. Gloves been busting open since he been at 147. His gloves been busting open. 2015, they fucked with Victor Conte because remember, in 2004, I'm gonna get the proof again. Get the proof again. Get the proof again. See, this is what I do. I'm gonna get the proof again. When when Bomac was his trainer, like that shit was crazy. That nigga test positive for motherfucking PEDs. Bomac his trainer. They was in camp at the time. Yeah, Floyd owed them Saudis. Damn right, Floyd owed them Saudis. That's why I say, remember when they had him over there? When they had him over there, uh, 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 uh that nigga was lining PBC up. He was lining Al Heyman up. Look again. But remember, American and them. Remember who American was? American was under snack at the time. But Victor Conte had to fix it. American, 0.5, right? Uses of ostarine, right? He got banned for 2 years. And this one during that time, you see it. You see it. Bomac, it was Jamel Herring, Marcus Hooker, American, Paul Crawford. All them niggas was popping dirty, baby. All them niggas was popping dirty, baby. That's real shit. That's why I tell people, man, like, you gotta really cook with a nigga, man. You gotta really cook with a nigga. I'm gonna give you the proof. I'm gonna show you the truth. Shit, nigga, I work with Victor Conte right now. But shit, give me some M's, nigga. You can just give me 2 M's, nigga. Give me a house full of snack, nigga. You can shoot me up right here, in my neck. Give me them M's. Got me fucked up. You feel me? But at the end of the day, what I dislike is like Munguia, but it was past Sunday. He just beat his test. He just beat the case, the PED case. He's negative now. He's in the clear. So it shows that all the Eddie Reynoso fighters was clear. But Ryan Garcia wasn't with Eddie Reynoso. He was with Derrick James. Louis Nervi wasn't with Eddie Reynoso. He was with a whole different trainer. But right now, as I state, all the Eddie Reynoso fighters that tested positive for PEDs is in the clear. Hey, MY, which one you want to see? That American and Bomac, John? The PED, John? That's the one you want to see? Which one you want to see? Yeah, damn right. You know what I mean? But that's why I tell people, like, this should just be crazy. People just be shooting off the hip. I gotta stand on everything. It's all facts, no opinions, baby. No down. I'm gonna go back there. I'm gonna go back and find it right now for you. Oh, well, right here, I'm gonna show you this one. Right? You can look it up. Khan received a 2-year ban substance, 2-year suspension against his fight with Kell Brook. You know what I mean? It was Kell Brook, and in 2014 he got suspended before the Kell Brook situation. What the fuck they doing? British boxer became one of the most recognizable faces in the sport over the past decade. He had some big news with his doping ban. Now, man, this was. I'm gonna get the part. I'm trying to find the part right now when I show you everything. I'm gonna keep. Hey, yo, I'm gonna keep it real. Brian Norman and Devin Haney, they got the same chin. They got the same chin, and the reason I say that, cause Brian Norman Jr. last 3 opponents was ass. The motherfuckers was butt cheeks, no diddy. Like, who the fuck is Jin Saki? I'll whoop Jin Saki ass. Derek Quave ass, that nigga just was a caseworker. Soon that nigga got paid, he bought 3 bricks of Fetty, came to Philly and opened up a block. You dig me? And Giovanni Santini, like, who? Alexis Roca, but besides that, who did he fight? Nobody. That nigga, he just a good journeyman. I mean, he's just a good journeyman. That's all he really is, a strong, good journeyman. But the fight before that, you fought JCN, right? Figueroa, right? Bocheco, right? Bocheco was whooping his ass. He was mopping the floor with him in 3 rounds. Yeah, Stanionis did look good. He did. All he just had to do was just keep his chin tucked. See, but Mexicans are strong fucking fighters, man. These Mexicans are strong, man. These Mexicans are strong as shit. These Mexicans are strong. So when American was fighting Eric Morales, Danny Garcia, Devin Alexander, Luis Castillo, Calazo, Chris out, Jerry. Remember who was his motherfucking, I mean? But when he tested positive, Bomac was his trainer. Bomac was that man trainer. I just show I'm trying to find that joint again. Let me put that joint there. Now they trying to hide that shit. And show you that. Bomac trained him. And showing you that. Bomac trained that nigga. When he prepared for the Kell Brook fight too. So both times, In 2014, and for the Kell Brook fight, you trained Amir Khan, right? And both times you trained him, he test positive, bro. All you gotta do, go look it up. Amir Khan test positive, and you look at the fights. Who was his trainer? Bomac. But I just showed you the first joint. I'm trying to get back there. You know what I mean? But you let, you know, like you can't like one thing about Google, fuck Google, you gotta go to DuckDuckGo. Cause DuckDuckGo gonna give you the true information. Google be hot as shit. Who me? I'm gonna be real. I was always when Spence and Bud fought, cause I always thought Sean Porter beat Spence. And when I seen Sean Porter, what he did to Spence, I said, "Damn, Spence gonna have a hard time with a boxer, a true boxer." And I always believed Boots and Bud can beat him, and everything I believed that happened. You know what I mean? But in that typical fashion, I ain't think it was gonna happen like that. You feel me? I ain't thought it was gonna happen like that. No, but I pay attention to everything because I just got shadow banned, but I just won my appeal on YouTube because I was talking about the bulge. Because you know how you got horsehair gloves. You know in the streets we've been dealing with horsehair gloves, but you'll know by the bulge, and you seen like yo his bulge and his gloves was so fucking husky, like his glove had a muscle, and that was the only fight. That was the only fight Bud Crawford gloves didn't bust. Then what happened? The Madrimal fight came. Them gloves was suspicious again, right? I don't lie, man. Cause you knew Spence was broken. I'm gonna be real. Even if Spence wasn't broken, I always believed he was gonna have a problem with a true boxer. Because Spence is like he's a black Mexican. You understand what I'm saying? He fight like a black Mexican. He fight like Derrick James. If you ever see Derrick James fight, he fight like a black Mexican. And it's like, see, Texas is not like how the how Ronnie Shields be training niggas, having them slick light on their feet. Derrick James have them move forward. No, it's Derrick James is a southpaw. So when you see Derrick James fight, you gonna be like, damn, Spence fight just like him. Then you start to see Charlo fighting just like him. Ryan fighting a little similar, but in the orthodox stance. You feel me? When you see it, when you just go watch one of Derrick James fights, you're gonna have a better. You're gonna be like, damn. Now I see what all facts talking about. Yeah, but I always believed that because when you watch Derrick James and his fights, he had problems with boxers. You feel me? Which I never understood. You southpaw, man. Double up on your jab and keep throwing that overhand. It's gonna always land. Why? Because you're gonna always frustrate the person. You fighting an orthodox fighter, you're gonna frustrate him. Even if he's slick, all you gotta do is just keep moving to your right. Cause the fighter, if I'm fighting the southpaw, I'm gonna stay towards my left, which is I'm gonna stay on his right. You feel me? Cause long as I stay on his right, which is my left, I'm avoiding that overhand, that left hand. Because if he's shooting like that, I'm avoiding. So I'm going to make sure my feet, if I'm a southpaw like this, I'm going to make sure my feet is pointed this way. So I can stay on this outside and I can just keep catching him with this overhand right. That's what they say, man. That's what they say. I don't really know, man. Because Madrimal even stated that the gloves was funny. You can look it up. You can look that joint up. No, but right now, just watching that little joint with Spence, you know, his feet look a little bit more sharper. But that's why he been out of the ring. You heard him why? And yo, he been out of the ring because of that lawsuit. You know what I mean? Because of that law, the snacko coming. Fuck a Rico. The snacko is coming. Yeah, niggas be cheating out here. And then the people that test positive but come back and beat the case and then get found out guilty and become negative, they still shit on them. Y'all still shit on Eddie Reynoso for what? Bomac fighters that test positive, none of them won. They all got found guilty. All of these shit was positive. They all got suspended. Hey, you let these people tell it, they're gonna tell you a different narrative, man. That's why I had to come on here and talk about the fight, man. Like, yo, like how? How y'all talk about Canelo resume when he fought the best? I'ma keep it tall. How I see the fight is Canelo Austin Trout. That's how the fight is gonna end. Yeah. But you can tell Spence was on something though. You can tell, I don't know, was it medication? Somebody slipped that nigga a Mickey, but you can tell soon, right before the ring entrance, before he walked out, when he came out of the dressing room, you can see the glossiness in his eyes. You seen that shit. I was like, yo, that nigga on something. That nigga ain't even looked like, that nigga looked like one of the Jackson 5s. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga look like a character off, like he from the 70s and shit. That's a great question. That's a great question. Yeah, I think they lying. I think I always, are you talking about Spence? Yeah, but on Canelo, I think they backdooring Canelo. Hot turkey, all in the videos, all in the gym, black man, all in the gym. You know, got his fighter, like the shit. Then you got Victor Conte, the evil genius. Then you got Dana White, steroid ass. We all know back in the day in the '90s, Dana White was popping dirty for steroids. Like this shit crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's going down, man. It's crazy. But Victor Conte told Canelo to go to the meat market, find the meat. Canelo did all that. Munguia did all that. All the Eddie Reynoso fighters did all that shit. I believe so. I believe Turkey, but Turkey probably gave a nigga 10 million. I don't know. I gotta find out. Cause I'm on FanDuel. I'm gonna check that joint out. But Turkey funny as shit, man. He remind me of this nigga Samuel L. Jackson off the movie The Great White Hope. You know what I mean? You got Samuel L. Jackson, then you got the ball, one of the Wayne brothers. That's Bud. The Bud ducking the ball. Remember the ball? The ball is the other black boy. That's Boots. Cause Bud ducking Boots and shit. Then you got remember he fought the white nigga that beat him up in the amateurs and shit. Yo, that shit funny as shit, man. Them niggas crazy, man. Them niggas crazy. But man, this shit wild. But I want y'all, what y'all think about Rolly Romero moving up to 154? What y'all think about Rolly Romero moving up to 154? Because I'm going to keep it tall. Everybody at 140 right now need to move up to 147 to make it lit. You feel me? Because I know all of them big, no Diddy, I know all of them is outgrowing 140, which is they walk around weight is probably like 160 something. So you can make 147 easy. Osquito always said that when they used to do shows, Beans used to always give them 1,500. Every show they used to do, Beans used to always give them 1,500. So let's say they give them 40,000 a show. Beans, all right. First it was, all right, they was getting 50 a show. Damon, I'm gonna take 25. Give Beans 25. Beans, whoever it is, Beans to take majority of the portion, then give everybody 1,500. Then when Beans started getting the state property, started getting the 40,000, and it was coming through his hands, he still was giving them 1,500. Supposedly, that's what O said out his mouth. Yeah, Rolly resume lit on the low. Rolly John lit on the low. Rolly resume lit on the low. But yeah, like this stuff over here, man, like fully crazy right now, man. It's crazy right now. It's always been fucked up. Back then was way, way worse, but it's sad. Too many state Ricos happening. Like I said, I was one of the first that got caught up in the shit. Know what I mean? And it started beginning of this year. I was one of the first that got caught up in that shit, man. And it's just like how they doing people was wrong. I get caught up on some dumb shit. I mean, I ain't do nothing. You know. My top 5 Philly rappers. Beans always #1. Uh, damn. Can I give it through generations, or I just gotta give you the whole 5, man? Damn, that's tough. I like Beans, Young Chris, Spade. No, I'm gonna take me and my niggas out of the equation. My cousin and my nigga did. 2 of my cousins and my homie did. That rap. They was my favorites. But I'm gonna take them out of the equation. So I'm gonna give you Beans, Chris, Spade. I'm gonna take Spade out the equation. I'm gonna give you solo rappers because I'm gonna use them as groups. Like OBH. You know, major figures. DOD, the situation. X Files, Ram Squad. But solo artists, I'm gonna give you Beanie Siegel, Young Chris, Schoolie D, the person that started gangster rap, Schoolie D, EST, the greatest man alive. That's why ESTG stole his name from EST. EST, the greatest man alive. Y'all gonna be mad. Fuck Will Smith. Will had some bangers, man. Him and Jazzy Jeff had some bangers, man. Will was a lyricist, you know. And black, see. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I wasn't never listening to the Roots, you know. But me, like you want to say Black Thought, that's why I'm labeling them as a group wise. See, I only named the street niggas. That's what said. If you want me to name in general, I only name as the group wise, the people that I was listening to. But just in general, Black Thought is a better lyricist than the majority of everybody out there. I always Black Thought is better than Andre 3000. And we can make this clip go viral. Black Thought is better than Andre 3000. And that's by fucking far. And that's by far. And nobody, you can go ask Will I Am. He even said that nigga better than Jay-Z in freestyling. Why? Because Black Thought spit it off the top right there in front of you. But I'm not saying Hove, because Hove was one of my favorite rappers. You know what I mean? Like, when I was growing up, I was fighting people for Hove. I mean, you're a kid, you ain't better than my favorite rapper. In the 90s growing up, you was fighting over some dumb shit. Remember, yo, welcome, nigga, say something, push me again. Matter of fact, knock this off my shoulder. Knock it off, do it again. Remember that shit used to be funny as shit growing up. Man. I miss those days, man. That's sad, yo. It's sad how they took all of this shit away from these kids, yo. I know in Pennsylvania, they took away all of the juvenile placements. That's why these kids fucked up. Fuck though. Not P. Hey, yo, not P. P was Prussia. That's my favorite rapper, man. P was Prussia, man. The Mob was different, yo. But Prodigy was one of my favorite rappers. Like, growing up, like, I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. When I was growing up, my rap style, if you put, this is real shit, if you put Scarface, Prodigy, Kiss, Beanie Siegel, Styles, Jay-Z, and Big in one, that's how I used to rap. But I used to freestyle like that. Then my cousin told me, he was like, yo, you ain't gonna make money freestyling. You gotta write your raps because you gotta get them published and stuff. So I was like, yeah. So Now I used to have a karaoke, but he did, and I used to rap on his karaoke. We used to make the 97, I mean the 90-minute tapes and shit. Used to make a karaoke, just rapping and shit, but A and B and shit. And he used to write down my raps when I was finished freestyling and shit. But that was my style. Prodigy was different, man. That motherfucker was different. Yeah, that boy was different, man. The mob different. You can never go wrong with the mob, man. And that's why right here, this one I'm at. It's my little studio and shit. Making beats while I'm on house arrest. You know what I mean? Still be recording and shit. You know? That's why I shout out Low. I'm about to send Dark Low some beats. I just was cooking up two more beats for him earlier. I'm gonna send him like a 5-pack and shit. Yeah, if y'all know anybody out there that rap, you heard me, yo? You heard me, NY? Like, you got some artists, I send y'all niggas some beats. Just go to Louis13 on Instagram and just send me a DM with your email, and I'll send you some Jones over. You just gotta let me know what kind. And we can eat off some motherfuckers too. Now Cassidy battled Freeway. But Cassidy was cooking in Philadelphia. He had Power 99 on Smash. Butch Cassidy, like on the phone battle, he was fucking niggas up. He was fucking niggas up. That's one thing I can say. That Cass, if that Cass still was back, if that Cass never got into that car accident, that Cass would be a problem. That Cass would be a problem. He was a problem. That Cassidy was a fucking problem. Like, I don't know, like, you can go back. Hopefully, you probably can go on YouTube and find it. Cassidy Power 99 battles. I think it was the champion for a very long time. And you know, back then, Philly, you know, it was a lot of rap niggas. Know what I mean? But we couldn't do much. You feel me? Like when the DVD era was popping, you know, every gun, remember, we was the first niggas going to jail for posting guns. Know what I mean? So we on DVDs posting guns, they come pick you up, come pick you up, come pick you up. And we got to be mindful, like, our laws, we Commonwealth, our shit is not like New York shit. But New York shit, you got to be careful because them niggas can't carry guns out there. Our shit is not like Chicago. You feel me? In New York, right, NY, you can bail out for a homicide. In Philly, you're not bailing out for no fucking homicide. Pennsylvania, nigga, you're not bailing out for no homicide. Your ass locked up. And when they say life, nigga, that shit life. You don't get no motherfucking conjugal visits here and shit. In New York, you do when you married and stuff. But that need to happen here in Pennsylvania too. You can have a conjugal visit if you got to be married though. No, but you can give people like for the people that ain't married and they trying to get married. What they should do is, man, I'm trying to get, man, I'm gonna fight for that shit. I'm gonna make a petition to help people get conjugal visits, man. Cause that shit fucked up, man. Niggas need some coochie up that joint. You did me, but fuck them. Let's get back to cooking though. But yeah, Cash though, he was a beast. Cash was a beast, man. He was a beast. Definitely was a beast. But what y'all think about this Tank picture with this heavyweight? You know, yeah, that I seen, cause I seen Tank spar this guy before, and if I'm not mistaken, I think this the old picture that he had and he reposted, and he just probably reposted again. You know, and you got Jake Paul, cause yo, why he got the clank song? Well, dog, I'll be on Studio One. I'll be using Studio One. I got the Studio One artist. Cause I bought that shit when it came out. I bought this back in 2021. Cause on the original studio we had, rest in peace, my cousin and shit. We had the updated Pro Tools. We had all of that shit over there. But since he passed away, you know how it is. I'm on house arrest. I can't go get my shit. So when a nigga come through, they just ransack the shit. So by me just getting the house joint, I had got Studio One. When I bought the Persona M Audio, it came with Studio One. So I was like, fuck it, I killed two birds with one stone, cause I was gonna go grab Pro Tools, but the Persona already came with Studio One, so I uploaded that joint. And I just started making beats since I got on house arrest, and I got good, man. I got good. I didn't know I was gonna get this good. Yeah, My homie recorded my 62 gram mixtape on Logic. We had Logic too, cause we what the fuck is that other MM audio box? It's like a ridge on it. Start with a F. Logic came with that. Cause on our other joint we had Logic Pro Tools. We had a new version of Fruity Loops. We had Lander E Stream for the mastering. Damn, my fucking cousin dead, man. Shit, Lord, shit, man. He backdoor my nigga, man. He backdoor my nigga, man. Fuck yeah, Pitbull gonna beat the dog shit out of Roach. Hey, yo, this is what I be telling niggas, right? Who had a better performance? Fighting Tank. Let's keep it real. People will fuck the knee because you ain't punched Tank for, and Tank, you didn't hit Tank. So when Tank took the knee, you didn't punch him. In the 11th round, Tank hit you, nigga. You took a knee. But make a long story short is, Pitbull was whooping Tank ass from the 1st to the 12th. You started having success from the, if you want to so-called the 9th or whatever round. But from the 1st to the 12th, Pitbull was whooping Tank ass. Roach not that, man. Roach is, I keep telling you, Roach is not that, yo. He not that. And you can tell by the press conference, they real friends. Think your mom here? Oh, she there? I ain't gonna disrespect you. I ain't gonna talk. It's real. They real friends. They probably stood over each other's houses and shit. But Pitbull gonna beat the dog shit out of Roach. He's gonna show that he's nothing special. Pitbull gonna show the world Roach ain't nothing special. Well, I got Pitbull knocking Roach out. Nah. Hey, yo, Tank ain't had no one hand. That's a motherfucking lie. You know how I know that was a lie? Rewatch the fight. When you rewatch the fight, remember, they all saying Tank hurt his hand, right? But they were saying Tank hurt his right hand, right? After the fight, they asked Tank did he hurt his right hand. He said, nah, no, my left shoulder, I thought I hurt. He mentioned his left shoulder, but he ain't wanted to say that. Why? Because that's, when he don't produce a knockout, when a fighter don't produce a knockout, that's the excuse they always bring up. I hurt in my hand. But right before every fight, what they say, I'm 100%, ain't nothing wrong with me. That would it always be. That's why I tell niggas, no, Pitbull was whooping his ass. Pitbull whooped that nigga ass so bad. Them niggas lied and said he hurt his hand. But we gotta be mindful. Tank ain't prepped for Pitbull. Tank was prepping for Abner Mars. Abner Mars pulled out the fight, and if I'm not mistaken, it was like a week notice. Pitbull stepped in. Remember, Pitbull was on the undercard. But Floyd had different plans. You see, think my son be, boo, you know I'm gonna go for my son, man. You know I'm gonna go for my son. Hey, yo, you know what's so crazy? Watch Pitbull last fight. He learned off that Ryo fight. Watch his last fight. Watch his footwork. Watch his punch placement. Watch his position. Remember, the other fighter pulled out. Remember the last fight he had that his fighter pulled out? But watch, if because he was prepared. Remember, the fighter got with Robert Garcia. So Pitbull knew is, Robert, I know what you did with Ryo. Y'all gonna come in here and trying to outbox me. But I got something for y'all. And when they pulled out Pitbull, he showed a little bit of it. What? That nigga in footwork was nasty. Let a nigga trying to come in there and box him this time. Watch what happens. Then he gonna put him down. Roach going to sleep. And that's fired. The winner get tanked. I like that. The winner get tanked. This how it should be. Because Pitbull and Tank should have been a draw. Now, Roach don't hit harder than Ryo. Ryo be killing shit. Roach don't hit harder than Ryo. Ryo be killing shit. But that's the point I'm getting is Pitbull learned off that fight. So he knew when the fighter that pulled out, when he got with Robert Garcia, he knew their game plan was Robert gonna have him trying to outbox me how he had Ryo did. But I got something for them. And his whole game plan just was magnificent, man. If them boys would have never pulled out, Pitbull would have stopped Robert Garcia fighting. I forgot the guy's name. It's start with an F. I forgot the guy's name. But it was a rematch. Remember, that was the rematch. And he pulled out. But Pitbull's strong, man. Him and Roach, it'll be a good fight. But Roach ain't that special. You know, see, this is the crazy thing. Is Roach always campaigned at those fights. He campaigned at 140, 135, 130. He just ended up winning the title at 130. You feel me? He just ended up winning the title. But Roach is not that, man. I keep telling y'all. He just went the distance with Tank. Tank saved him. Tank brought that nigga light, put his homie on. Roach not like that, man. He not. He not. Y'all gonna see, you gonna be like, damn. Facts tell the truth. Yeah, he not like that. You know, he a strong fighter. He can stand in the pocket, eat shots. But it's different. It's different. Yeah, man, had to, man. Gotta blow this gas, man. Got to. It depends if Shakur beats Tio. Cause this is the crazy thing when people say how Shakur can be a 50-50 fight with anybody if your hands is fucked up. So if you lose, I promise you, when Shakur get knocked out and lose, he's gonna blame his hands. Shit, Richard Hitchison calling out Roach. Everybody calling out Roach. Cause everybody like, damn, if I beat Roach, that mean I can beat Tank. No, the fuck it don't, dog. I don't mean none of that. And why? That's how I feel. Tio gonna stop Shakur. If he don't stop him, he gonna drop that nigga like 2-3 times. Watch. Tio gonna listen. That ball, man, y'all counted that ball out, man. When you count him out, Tio the real 2-time undisputed champ. To me, the first male 2-time undisputed champ is Teofimo Lopez. A lineal title, to me, because you got to get a lineal title, you got to be undisputed. Am I right? He did it first. Be all ill. When you watch the Loma fight, you can go watch that shit now on YouTube. That shit was an undisputed fight. When he won, they said the new undisputed champion, Teofimo Lopez. That's the fuck they did. And now that the indictment happened and they in top rank left, ESPN's labeling Teofimo undisputed. This is the crazy thing. Shakur could have had the Tank fight. They offered Shakur a 1-fight deal. Shakur wanted a multiple fight deal. He wanted a 3-5 fight deal with PBC. They told him, no, I'm giving you a 1-fight deal. Take it or leave it. He ain't take it and he went the Eddie Hearn route. You can go watch, what's the guy, Spinoza? He even break it down. Punch up Spinoza, break down the Shakur 1-fight deal. It's going to pop right up. That motherfucker, man. Duck sauce. But it's just like with this Bud shit. Bud ducked the Virgil. Remember, August of 2024, Virgil fought Boachuk. The night he fought Boachuk, what Turkey said? If Virgil win this fight, him and Bud will fight February 22nd of 2025. What happened? Virgil won. Bud couldn't fight because December 24th, Turkey did an interview with what's them guys' name that be on the zone? Arel and Aid, them British guys, Arel and Aid, and during that interview, remember Turkey said that Boots wanted tune-ups? That interview I'm talking about right there, when Turkey said Boots wanted tune-ups, remember that interview? That same interview, Turkey stated, this December 2024, Turkey stated that Bud Crawford had a little injury and had got a minor surgery. Remember that. That's why this analyst asked Bud about the shoulder injury. And Bud came out and said he never had a shoulder injury. So if you never had a shoulder injury, you never got a surgery, why take therapeutic use exemption? Why? That's all I want to know. Why? Yeah, Shakur always take fights he can win. That's why his resume asks. This is what I want to understand. You ain't fight nobody at 135, so how you the best at 135? This the shit I don't be understanding. How you the best at 135? You never fought nobody at 135, bro. That's the shit I don't be understanding with people. It be crazy. That's the shit I don't understand with people. That shit don't be making no sense. I be like, what the fuck? Like, it just be crazy. Like, this generation, it be, I don't know if they robots. There's just too many fanboys, man. I love the sport of this shit. You feel me? I love to see a good fight. I love to see great competition fight great competition. I don't like to see a fight marinate. Because when you let too many fights marinate, it's going to lose value over time. Why? Because you just seen it with the Rolly and Ryan situation. Why have Rolly and Ryan fight and Deb and Jose Ramirez went just go straight to the rematch? Why? Because if one of them loses, it's going to fuck up the money. Nah, Till beat Loma. Beat the shit out of Loma. Even the Cambosis fight, when you watch that, Joe, man, alright, remember first round start, bam, they fight in the first round. Cambosis dropped Teal, right? Teal get right up, turn around, remember, hit him with an overhand. He hit him straight with a right. Drop Cambosis. Watch the fight. First round, he dropped Cambosis. Did they count that as a knockdown? Nope. Bob Arum's stepson looked at the ref. Nope. Remember, the mob balls, this all of this is in that lawsuit. You hear me, yo? You hear me, NY? Everything I'm talking about, the TO came all in that lawsuit. All of that shit in that lawsuit. Gotta remember, all of the Europeans started winning. All of the Brits, all of the Irish, all of them niggas started winning. The mob balls got something to do with that. Be banking now. 10th round, if I'm not mistaken, T.O. dropped him again, right? What happened? What happened? You see the fight, like, what happened? Not for y'all. Like, what happened? You got to beat the champ to take it from the champ. Cambosis ain't do none of that shit. Now, I mean, like, Cambosis ain't. Shakur, well, what champ Shakur beat at 135? Because the Edwin De Los Santos fight, they fought for the WBC vacant, and he really lost that fight. Edwin beat Shakur. Edwin De Los Santos beat Shakur. Because Shakur did not beat Edwin De Los Santos. He did not land none of them motherfucking shots they were saying he was landing. See, I don't go by copy box. Me, I'm going to show you. Listen, when I watch a fight, I watch it with the volume down, right? I watch the fight 5 to 7 times, right? So, the first fight I watch the first fight. I turn the volume down. I'm going to watch Shakur, right? I'm going to watch Shakur, the first 12 rounds. I'm going to watch how many punches he thrown. I'm marking them down. Second time I rewatch the fight, I'm marking down how many punches he land. I got Shakur out the way. Next, that with De Los Santos, I'm watching how many punches he thrown. Watch it again, watch how many punches he land. Then I watch it again. I always watch my tape with no value. I put my shit on mute because I'm not trying to hear the biasness. Why? Because now I get to see what land. You understand me? You get to see what hit the guard. You get to see what slipped. You see everything. Plus, you know the punches. If the punch hit the guard and it hit his face, you know it's going to boom. Or sometimes you just going to knock sweat off. You feel me? Or sometimes you'll see when a person roll with the punch. Niggas always be sweaty. This is how I master my shit and watch my shit. I don't go by copy box. Because copy box is always the fuck wrong. You feel me? You can watch the first 30 seconds of Shakur versus Edwin De Los Santos. Shakur threw 4 punches and barely landed 1. Edwin De Los Santos threw 11 punches, and out of them 11 punches, he landed 7 in the first 30 seconds of the first round. I do this shit, man. Copy box is fake as shit. Like, for instance, William Zepeda was whooping Shakur ass. Had him against the ropes, all of that. Backing him up, that fucking right was in his gut and face the whole fight. And how top you box had that, but come on, man. Shakur wasn't landing nothing. If Shakur would have kept it in the middle of the ring and fought his fight, he could have got a knockout. But that was a Pater fight. So Pater got robbed in that fight, man. Yeah. Listen, man. Victor Conte is a different animal. Listen, Devin Haney come in 140, then the next night fighting Regis, you 165, 167. Come on, man. How? How? Every skinny nigga be trying to get on that. You feel me? Every skinny nigga would try to get on that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That scorecard was so wide. It's crazy. You seen the robbery. You seen it. That shit crazy, man. And Oscar dick eating because he trying to shine. Like he trying to sign Shakur because that was his last fight with Eddie. Bro, no, don't do that to your fighter, man. So pay to put on a fucking excellent performance, and y'all not giving him the credit. Now I mean, y'all not giving him the credit at all. He was whooping Shakur ass. You see the fight? He buckled him and everything. He hit that nigga so hard and buckled him. Shakur said that he motherfucking slit. My phone about to die. Well, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I'm gonna pull up tomorrow, man. My phone about to motherfucking die. This some bullshit, man. That's Victor Conte, bitch ass. Victor Conte's at my phone, man. That bitch ass nigga. Real rat. Nigga hit my phone with some motherfucking snack. Dig me? But, I don't know, man. We gonna see what this Shakur and T.O. situation, because every time T.O. step up in the building, man, he get great competition. The Gordo come out. So that's Gordo we see. You know, we seen Gordo with Richard Comey. When everybody was avoiding Richard Comey, Loma, when you was avoiding Richard Comey, T.O. went over there and took that shit in 2 rounds. He went over there and beat the dog shit out you. 1 up, 2-time undisputed, beat Josh Tellin. What time we can give me a time, man. Why? Tell me a time. I'm gonna pull up that time. Give me a time. We're gonna pull up. Give me a time. Yeah, I got Canelo. I had a feeling he like 180, 180. Like where you at between that 200? I think Canelo might come in. I thought that. I was thinking that. You know, Bud. I don't know how fuck Bud gonna come in. You know that motherfucker. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. But give me a time tomorrow, man. Big boy. You wanna do it early? We can do it early afternoon. Night. You wanna do it tomorrow 9 o'clock? Pull up 9. I'll pull up on Restream and we y'all probably do the Restream and we all just pop up on the Restream. Yo, that nigga crazy. Bug crazy though, man. Bug crazy. Hey. Hey, that headshot got his brain going. Got his brain fried. That headshot got that nigga brain fried, man. Got that nigga brain fried. But you know, it's like I say, man. It's a punch of chance, man. You can never count nobody out. It's a punch of chance. You know, people think Bud a great fighter. You know, me, what's legacy? Every time you became undisputed, you never defend your undisputed status. So how can I say you great when you became people mandatory a second time? 2012, Adrian Broner, Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, all of them people was down there. Even when he was at 135, Rashid Warren, all of them niggas was running around. Eric Morales, Lucas Matisse, all of them was running around when Bud was at 135 and at 140. They was there too at 140. Then when people moved to 147, you had a chance in your lifetime to sign with PBC back in 2018, and you fumbled the ball and still were top ranked, which made no fucking sense, cause you end up suing them. You feel me? You had too many opportunities, man. And the narratives people carry and paint is crazy. They don't want to say that fighters avoided you, but fighters never avoided you. People just wasn't doing business with Bob Arum and them. And you knew that. And they kept telling you that to come over here. And you choose not to and created the other side of the street shit. And another thing, which is gonna put the icing on the cake before I get up out of here. If Bud Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney was them niggas, Floyd would have been signed them. But he went and got Tank, right? And that's all I gotta say. He would have been signed them. But we seen 2015 when Al Heyman got that half a billy, really $1 billion. But it was a half a billy they put on the market, really $1 billion. They cornered the market. They got all of the top fighters. But they brand eat, and every fighter was making $10 million a fight. That's the difference between PBC and these niggas. But besides that, I'm gonna check y'all out. Tomorrow we can pull back up at 9. Who better at this age? Floyd when he fucking We're gonna find out about Bud. You know, Floyd is Floyd. You know, but Floyd took that shot too. So we're gonna find out. That's why Bud taking it, because Floyd took that shot in the Canelo fight too. You know, hold on, I'm from my motherfucking charger then. You know that motherfucker. Yeah, he told him not to sign with Floyd. Because Floyd was doing them niggas dirty. Floyd was doing them niggas dirty, man. You feel me? Tank showed him that he was the sacrificial lamb. So if I'm the sacrificial lamb, and I'm telling you how this nigga playing, like, bro, like, Tank said he made $10,000 out of the Rolly fight. And he got over, it was like 25, I think it was like between 30, 40 million, some shit like that. And only got $10,000 out of that fight. That's when Al Heyman scooped him. And that's when the Tank bash started to hate. Started to come in through Floyd. And that's why I hope a lot of young fighters picked up on that. Because you even seen through Oscar De La Hoya, like, when you got two fighters, Canelo and Tank, right? They're your money makers. You treat them right. But they're trying to be you. They're trying to be their promoter. You're their idol, so they're trying to be like you. So they like, damn, if Oscar would sign to this company and help create his promotion, and Canelo mine, I'm gonna do the same thing. Tank Davis mine, I'm what my idol, Floyd. So he got Mayweather Promotions under PBC. Well, I'm gonna start GTD, and I'm gonna stay with Floyd and Al. But Floyd ended up dropping the bag by doing the corny shit. Too much jealousy. It's just wow, and a lot of young fighters need to be careful what certain promoters they sign to, because a promoter can shelf you and put you somewhere you don't really want to be, you know, and especially when you sign as a fighter, you know, when you sign as a fighter, it causes a lot of harm to your career, because that's why, like me personally, I teach my son, I always say, yo, start your own promotional company. Be smart. Start your own promotional company so you can learn the business of boxing and you can learn the ins and outs of it. Not just you going in the ring fighting. That's only 5% of it. The other 95 is the contract, son. The other 95 of this boxing business is contracts. So start your own promotional company. You can get your fighters, build your fighters, and you got yourself. But learn the game. And everything really be in black and white. Nah, like a lot of PBC fighters been getting robbed. They've been taking them belts off them. Yeah, 10 bands, man. That nigga 10 bands, bro. That's fucked up. That was fucked up. And when you watch the Snapchat joint where Floyd Mayweather's daughter popped up on the joint with Tank, you gotta be mindful in Tank mind. If Tank would have never put her on a video, she could have told her dad, no, Tank disrespecting me, ain't put me on a video. So either way, he was gonna get fucked and cooked. You dig me? Either way, he was gonna get cooked. So when he put her on a Snapchat, he ain't do nothing wrong. He ain't say nothing wrong. She ain't do nothing wrong. Cause at that time she was talking to NBA YoungBoy. And when you look at it, What did he do wrong? He just sit there, just quiet. Little nigga just quiet as shit. Floyd, I don't know, man. Floyd used to roll with a lot of Philly niggas, some niggas from out West Philly back in the day, a lot of Philly niggas and shit. And they would tell you, man, that boy, I don't know. You know how the nigga, like, he one of them niggas, he'll come to the basketball court or the football field with his ball, and if he don't get picked, he'll take his ball. He one of them niggas. Yeah, I would've, facts. Facts. When Tank said that shit, I was like, damn, 10 bands. Everybody said the same, 10 bands. Bro, you know how much fucking money you made that fight? For you crazy. And you see what Hitchison, why you ain't pushing him too? You feel me? Why you not pushing him too? You know? That's why when you gotta look at the Carmelo Moten situation, it's like you with Floyd, but you can tell Floyd PBC connection ain't there no more. You can tell, like, I don't know, Al Heyman probably mad at him because of the nut shit he did. But that's some nut shit. You give a fighter 10 bands, man, and this nigga look up to you, this your breadwinner. This your money nigga, this your breadwinner. How you gonna treat him like that? And he always wanted to be about him. Always. And that's one thing I peep. That's one thing I peep. That's one thing I peep about the nigga. In 1 second. That's one thing about that nigga, man. Floyd a real hater. I don't know, my fault, y'all. I'm trying to put the joint charger real quick. Trying to find my motherfucking holder, y'all. My phone holder, I'm trying to find that joint. They only let me out Sunday, so when Sunday come, I go to my crib and shit and come back here. But man, what y'all think about? I forgot the guy name. I forgot both of their names. The people that had the HBO Max, the HBO boxing, and no. I'm in the crib we own and shit. My parents own. You know what I mean? Because of my job, I made it more convenient for here, but the way I thought it was going to go, it ain't go. I was like, damn, I just could have just went home and just came out and have travel time, you feel me? They did me the fuck dirty. Trying to make it more easy, like, all right, since I work for them, I'm going to go stay over there, so instead of me, my work schedule, I could just come out on my work schedule. That shit ain't go nothing how I thought it was going to go. So that's why I'm trying to, well, I'm not going to try, I'm going to do it. But right now, I just got some case law they just put on, they just gave us a call, Commonwealth versus Sumters and shit. And, the 6108 is now bad. So anybody that ever had a gun case that was on probation or got a gun case, fighting a gun case, we're beating our gun cases now. So I'm about to go back and trying to give this shit back. Yeah, that shit be crazy, man. This shit be crazy. This shit be crazy, man. shit be wicked out this motherfucker, bro. This shit be wicked. But hey, we soldiers, man. We gotta do this shit. Ain't nobody gonna do it but us, man. We soldiers, man. You dig me? We soldiers. We doing this shit, and why? We soldiers, boy. Man, yo, I'm at my people's joint, my parents' joint. Cause I work here. But my dad got Alzheimer's, so I'm the only motherfucker you listen to, so. By me just coming here, I'm thinking they're gonna let me out every day. But the motherfuckers didn't. I'm like, damn, like I'm at work. Like, you can't put them on house arrest. He got therapy. He got to be out. He got to exercise. He got to do all of that shit. So when he out there doing it, I'm in here. Like, my dad be getting up, leaving out the crib and everything. I can't go get him and nothing. I gotta. Shit happened to my dad. Then what? And when I first came home, that nigga disappeared. That nigga was gone for like 3 hours. Shit crazy. That's why I came over here. If I would have knew all that, I would have went home and just had traveling time. No curfew, no give me shit. But my judge, when they was giving me house arrest, he said, you get curfew, you live your life, you're just gonna have a curfew. They put the ban on me, Philly, them niggas don't listen for nothing. Oh, you can't fuck the judge say, this is what we say. That nigga crazy. My dad crazy. This is my nigga, man. Top 5 fighters out of Philly. No, I'm gonna give the champions. Boots was a champion. Danny a champion. Bernard a champion. Damn. Meldrick Teller a champion. Ivan Robertson was good. Steve Fulton. He's still building legacy. Gabe Rosado was a dog. No, he a dog. Gabe a dog. Gabe Rosado was a dog. K.O. Lewis. Pooh Ennis, Farah Ennis, both of Boots brothers. Ty Capone right now. Kawhi Muhammad. Joe Frazier. Damn, I forgot the guy name that started the Philly show. What's his fucking name, man? Damn. I'm gonna go with the champions. I'm gonna go Boots, Danny, Bernard, Meldrick Teller, and I'm gonna go Fulton. The reason because that's my time, that's my era. I wasn't born when Joe Frazier was in his prime. You feel me? So I'm not gonna pick Joe, but if I'm going to pick them, they all gonna be tied. But in my time, I'm gonna pick that 5. Yeah, them niggas crazy, right? And why them niggas crazy? You still think it came from Bruce Lee? It could have. Well, Bruce Lee could have copied that. Shit, when Bruce Lee movies was out, them bitches was out in the 70s, some shit like that, right? 67, like in the 70s, right? It could be, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be my homework. I'm gonna find out. That's gonna be my homework. That's gonna be my homework. I'm gonna do the Bruce Lee. I'm gonna do the Bruce Lee and I'm gonna see when his movies came out and one day that fighter was fighting. I'm gonna check that shit out. Yeah, but and why them that nigga crazy. That nigga left out the house yesterday in his pajamas. My mom, yo, dad, like what? That nigga all the way down 7-Eleven. That nigga crazy. It's my heart, man. That's my heart. I love my parents to death, man. I love them to death. That's when they said the opportunity, I was like, fuck it, I quit my other job. It was like, I do it because I'm spending time with y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all getting old, so I get to spend time with y'all and work with y'all, so I gotta enjoy this shit. That nigga crazy, me be trying to fight everybody, man. Other day, this nigga got his leather jacket on, some black gloves, nigga pulled out a motherfucking lighter, to boom, 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 boom. I said, yo, what the fuck? You can't do that, nigga. Shit crazy out here. It's my heart, man. It's my nigga, man. Yeah, I'm gonna check that Bruce Lee. I'm gonna see when that guy was fighting. I forget this motherfucking name, man. I always, but I bet you when later on, his name gonna pop up in my head. His name gonna pop up in my head. But it could be, man. Bruce was nice. You can learn a lot of things from Bruce Lee. But Bruce Lee definitely taught people the half a man. See, that's what a lot of people got different. Yeah. You know, when people got the Philly shell, but you still got to add it with the half a man, your half a man stance. But people don't really know how to use the Philly shell. Dang. That nigga was gangster, Rolling Stone for real. Yeah. Hey, that's how it was back then. But that was life. That was life. That's what you was put here to do, man. Build a family. It's all about family. But yeah, with the Philly showing half a man like this right here, when they doing it, you keep your chin tucked. You feel me? You keep your chin tucked. Boom. You catch it. Boom. Boom. This right here, block up. Damn. This right here, this covering your side. You throw body shot to your kidneys and liver and shit. Boom. Boom. You protecting everything. You feel me? But you in the half a man stance. You in the half a man stance. Your chin tuck. Boom. 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 You catch. Catch. Boom. Boom. It's 8-ounce gloves, 10-ounce gloves. So the glove is gonna be more a little bigger to protect your face. You feel me? But these people don't do that. They don't stick to the game plan. They don't even bend their knees slightly. They don't even keep their motherfucking. If you orthodox, stay on your pivot, bro. Stay on your ball. Stay on your pivot. You don't do none of that. You don't do none of that, man. They be stupid. As I'm saying, like, you can tell. You could go to the gym right now. You can sign your kid up or anybody to the gym right now. Pay the trainer. They don't even teach them footwork no more. They just put them straight hitting the pads. Go right to the bag and pass. When I was growing up, any gym you went to in Philadelphia, you had to learn footwork. I don't give a fuck footwork took 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or however long. You're not touching that bag until your footwork was right. And once your positioning is right, your footwork is right. Now we to the basic. Jab, jab, duck. Jab, jab, duck. All right, now do 50 this side. Jab, jab, duck. Jab, jab, duck. Jab, jab, duck. Do 100 on this side now. Jab, jab, duck. Do that for a week. Now you going back to footwork. Pressing forward with the jab. Boom, now you doubling it up. Boom, boom. Now, then you break down. Then you start hitting the pads, the bag. Boom. So hopefully in the month you cool. Now we're going to put you in the ring. Hopefully like if it ain't 30 days, 90 days, you in the ring sparring. We want to make sure you right. I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't know. Probably, but James Toney taught Floyd Mayweather the shoulder roll. James Toney he couldn't be touched. It's him and the nigga that created it. But by you saying Bruce Lee, I can see it because Bruce Lee been out in the 70s. And if I'm not mistaken, that fighter, I think he was like in the 60s or 70s. I forgot this motherfucker. I wish my son was around right now. He'd tell me. That nigga at work, that nigga would have hit me up and told me. Or he would have been on a live, he would have said his name. But that's one of my favorite fighters, James Stody. I like James. See, back to, as I'm saying, we come from the monster era, man. Like these fights, like that's why I say, like Bud Legacy, top rank, but when he first came undisputed the first time, you should have let him defend his undisputed status. That's why you put Canelo, Inoue, and Usyk up there, because they're undisputed champions who's defending their undisputed status. Bub, you became undisputed, but you never defended your undisputed. So how can we say you're great when you ain't still ain't fighting nobody, bro? Right here, you can tell this a money grab. Why? Because the money you getting paid for, that's the money Canelo asked for Benavidez. Right? Canelo asked for 100 to 200 million for Benavidez. But he's getting 100 to 200 million to fight Crawford. The world ain't want this fight. We wanted Canelo Benavidez. We wanted Bud Charlo. We wanted Bud Boots. We wanted Bud Virgil. And Bud, you could have still made 100 million or probably more with those 3 fights. If you just would have came on your undisputed status and just fought Virgil, you feel me? Cool. Or you could have fought Boots. Cool. Then moved up to 154, then fought Charlo. And you would have been 3-time undisputed because at that time he was an undisputed champ. You could have stole that Charlo and Canelo fight because that's the fight we wanted to see. Why? Because y'all niggas was arguing more than you and Spence was arguing in you and Spence press conference. You think so? Bebo Benavidez? Because you know what's so crazy? Inoue fight Sunday, right? That nigga Inoue already got another main event for December. That's crazy, right? That should make you wonder, these fights be rigged. Inoue is the main headline. He's the main event of Japan versus the world. It's a Riyadh season card, a Ring Magazine card. Japan versus the world. And Inoue is the headline already. Make that shit make sense. That's why I be looking at Brian O'Macine like, bro, how many times you dug boots, bro? Fucked up, dog. But you let you niggas tell a different story. No, but I don't know, man. That shit sound too. It's like wrestling. It's like WWE. It's like this shit rigged. So the fight Inoue gonna have Sunday, he might get dropped, but he's gonna automatically win. So he's like Mike Tyson Punch Out, but the Japan version. Get the fuck up out of here, man. This shit sad out here, man. This shit sad out here. I don't understand it. This shit sad out here. Real rap. This shit sad out here. This shit crazy. But that fighter be fired. Bibble Benavidez. And I got Benavidez knocking Bibble out. I got him knocking Bibble out. I'm going to keep it real. The Anthony Yardy fight is for Benavidez to make his statement at 175. Because he's going to knock him out. And Benavidez is going to knock Anthony Yardy out. See, Anthony Yardy, beginning of his career, he never used to spar. And I liked it, but I never knew he never used to spar. So one day he did an interview, and this was during the Kovalev fight. And they said, "Damn, who are your sparring partners?" And he was like, I never sparred. I don't spar." And his coach was like, "He don't." And in my head, I'm like, "Bro, you don't spar and you looking like that? Imagine you was sparring, taking this shit like really serious. Like now you take it serious. But if you would have took it serious before the Kovalev fight and in the beginning of your career, just really sparring, tightening up your body and stuff, that motherfucker would have been a problem. And I like it. But when you become damaged goods in certain fights, getting beat by certain people, it haunts you. And I believe they gave him this fight, Benavidez, this fight, so Benavidez can make a statement. He can get a knockout statement at 175. Then they're going to hype it up. And like you said, it's going to be the Bill fight. Huh? That nigga, Eastern European, man. Them niggas can't take body shots, man. Ukrainian niggas can't take body shots. Ain't no disrespect. He can't take a body shot. Look at the fighters that fight him. That's why he throw his jab. And he too amateurish. Bibble don't roll. He not slick. He not none of that. All he gonna do is hit you with a bunch of jabs. He gonna throw a whole bunch of flurries. All jab combinations. Yeah, he Russian, but the part where he at, they consider Eastern European. Because don't he consider himself Ukrainian too? When the Ukrainian war came, all them niggas from Ukraine now. And they consider Ukraine Eastern European and shit. You feel me? That nigga not a real Russian no more. That nigga a bitch. You know, them real Russians, them niggas can take body shots, but you can tell he can't. Because how he keep you away. You can tell he can't. And you can look at his jaw, that nigga chin, that shit. You know, but Benavidez button too. You know, he got put down by a no-name before, remember? But I got Benavidez getting him out of here, man. Got that American strength. You feel me? Us American niggas, we built different, man. Feel me? We built different. Motherfuckers, like, we built different. Go anywhere in the world, man, we built different. They look at, listen, you a fucking Asian, you can, a Chinese nigga can be born here in America. That nigga can go to China. That nigga footwork on 1,000, you feel me? That nigga a switch hitter. And jiu-jitsu, you feel me? I don't know. Cause I'm gonna be real bitter, he ain't fight no fucking body, man. He ain't fight nobody. He fought people that probably was all like, but the main people we see, like, he ain't fight nobody. That's why I be saying, like, I be trying to help people understand this, right? Before Turkey ever purchased the Ring magazine, nobody gave a fuck about pound for pound. Cause remember Oscar De La Hoya had Ring magazine. He ain't care about the pound for pound rankings. But soon Turkey purchased Ring magazine, the whole pound for pound rankings is fucked up. Cause pound for pound rankings, right? It goes by your division, the weight division, right? Then it goes by every vital body sanction, which is title body sanction. This is how the old Ring magazine was. WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO, then you had an IBO, whatever, because the WBO last because it's the lowest body sanction. That's why Top Rank got a good relationship with the WBO. You can go back the last 50 years. Top Rank first, every champion at Top Rank, every fighter at Top Rank, their first belt would be the WBO. But this is how the old Ring magazine was. Then every top champion, he will be ranked in that division as pound for pound. So they'll be the top 4. And after that top 4, you got the next top 6, which is the contenders. And that's going to make the 10. Sometimes they make it to the 15, then it's the prospects. They don't do it like that no more. When Turkey grabbed it, he just put a whole bunch of people from across seas up on there. Bro, it don't work like that, man. But now since you got it, it's going to work like that. You feel me? They create shit, man. They create narratives. Like you saying Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason is a Ring magazine ambassador now, so you know he's going to be pound for pound. You know they're going to put these fighters up there. Boots became What, Linio at motherfucking John? He was unified, but the ring became Linio at 47. He should be ranked up there, but at the one, he should be number one in the 147 division. You feel me? Like 154, Charlo was undisputed. Everybody became email champions except for Bakram. Why Bakram? Because Tim Tszyu became an email champion, then Bakram took it off. Correct, right? All right. Fedora, email champion. Madrimov, you never was a champion because Charlo still was the champion. He had champion recess. But Crawford and Madrimov really fought for the WBA intern. But the night of the fight, suspiciously, Charlo gets stripped for the WBA, right? But when you look at the press conference, the post-fight press conference, you still see the WBA intern. Madrimov never was champion, which makes Bud became an email champion at 154. Why? Because Charlo still was undisputed. You feel me? Yeah, everybody dropped the IBF because that 10-pound rehydration clause. You know what I mean? Unless you unify with a champion. You feel me? That shit'll kill you, man. You know, they should change the rule at least to 15. They should change the rule at least for 15. And that's a fact. You gotta see. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how to do this motherfucker. Let me see. That's why I gotta do the restream. You heard and why? As I said, I would have came back on to do the restream. I gotta do the restream. I got restream too. I just end up opening the YouTube version on some fucked up shit. But I got restream. I'm trying to open the restream. Let me see. See, it ain't letting me do this. To let y'all warn, I gotta do the restream. Fuck. I'm gonna do the restream tomorrow. Do the restream. We gonna cook. I'm send y'all the link. We gonna cook. We gonna do the shit at 9 o'clock. We can do the shit at 9. Nah, you ain't gotta do none of that. You ain't gotta do none of that. With the restream, how I do it is, I'm gonna do the restream, and when I do it, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and all you gotta do is just hit the link, and it's gonna pull you right up. Yeah, I was on TikTok, but the motherfucker, I'm gonna be real, when I was on TikTok, I was doing some crazy shit. I'm gonna keep it real. I was doing some crazy shit on TikTok. They banned 5 of my pages. Motherfuckers. I was doing some crazy shit on TikTok. They banned 5 of my pages. I'm gonna do another joint, dog. Cause I used to play my music on them joints, and I used to show crazy ass videos, niggas getting shot. I was showing some political shit. Know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, we definitely is. Definitely is. But yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here tomorrow. I'm gonna pull up at 9. I'm gonna be on Restream. It's gonna still be on YouTube. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. And while yo pull up, we gonna cook. We gonna cook. We gonna build, man. And it's fight week, baby. It's fight week. You know, I thought these fights was gonna be free today too. I don't even know what the fuck happened. Turkey and them niggas lying. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get at y'all, man. Tomorrow Restream. All right, pull up on y'all dollar.